So when I speak to people
Yeah.
that are looking for property and stuff, they always kind of fall down on the viewing kind of side of things.
On the viewings, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be really important that we just had a chat about what you do during a viewing.
Yeah.
So if you like
I'm
talk
going
us
to
through
throw
that.
out there that what I do during a viewing is very different to what he does during
Yeah, that's fine.
viewing.
Yeah, I mean it works for both of us, so it doesn't really matter,
does,
does it?
yeah.
So like talk us through what you would typically look for or what you would do when you.
So I've mentioned this before, that I kind of know my areas where I'm investing anyway, but if I go into somewhere, a new area that I'm keen on going into, I suppose like everything I ever do, I follow my instinct, okay? So I'm looking at the house before I'm in it, so I'm looking at the street, I'm looking at the streets near it, I'm looking at people's cars, I'm looking at people's gardens, like I'm getting a real, I'm trying to find like, what this place, if someone's going to live in this house, what's the area like? Is it, you know, all those things we're kind of, what's near it, what shops are near it, and all that stuff.
That's nice, because like you said, I don't do that.
Yeah,
so
I'm
really
taking
nice.
all that in, and then I'm going into the house, and I always pick up on the kind of vibe that I get. Obviously, once I'm inside, I'm like bam, 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 taking everything in, pictures, picking up on any construction problems.
Caveat is you've done this for a long time, so you know what you're looking at.
Yeah, and I'm almost like a robot, ding, 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 as I go around a viewing, and I kind of know if it's a good one for me. Yeah. And I
feel it.
I really trust my instinct.
Feel it in your
on
bones.
This. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and that's probably, you know, I can go somewhere. I went into a house the other day, great house, would make a banging HMO. Oh, the neighbours, and there's just something too gritty about the street. And I thought, the thing is, I can make this house amazing. I'll get brilliant tenants in it, but they're probably not going to stay very long. Yeah. That's a problem for me.
That's a wicked way to look at it, and I don't do that, and I'm going to start picking some of that up because that must be super important, and probably something that's let me down in the past, especially with areas. Yeah. Because I bought one, and
based on the deal.
Based on the numbers, based on what it was. Found out a couple of months when we bought it, got the keys, that there was actually like not a drunk tank, I forgot what they're called, but where the people that are on the streets that are drunk, they go and sleep for the night, really close by to it. So there's a lot of unsavouries kind of walking around in the area. I never knew this, but now we found out that they do that, So super different to the way I do mine, which is a bit more, which actually probably came from when I bought for the company. Yeah. That's been instilled in me since then, because that's what they wanted on each one. So when we bought for the company a while ago, I would have to go in and fill out pretty much some paperwork for each viewing. So I would go in, take a picture of each room, take a picture of any issue, and then write down almost like a schedule of work, starting from the top of the house to the bottom. You know, like how's the ceiling, and then the walls, then the floor, and just put notes next to each kind of thing. And then if there was anything super bad on it, like I'd draw a plan and highlight where the issue was. Yeah. It didn't. I know you mentioned earlier that you thought it'd take quite a while, but after a practice, it probably takes 15 to 20 minutes to get each house done. Yeah. And then we'd have like a record of everything within that house, almost a mini schedule of works to build a cost from. Yeah. And that could almost be not audited, but checked by someone else if that ever needed to be. That's why
you're not missing anything.
That's why I did it like that.
I mean, I know I did say, oh, that feels like it takes a long time, but really, realistically, if you do buy this house, you're in it for a long time. It's worth that 15 minutes.
Exactly.
You know, if that's your way of.
Well, the key thing for that was, and the reason behind getting all that information on the first viewing, is we'd only ever have one viewing. Yeah. Regardless, so because we try and make it easy for the agents. Yeah. So we didn't want them to know that once they sold to us, we'd have to have 3-4 viewings to go in and get new measurements and all that kind of jazz. We just wanted to know that once we bought it, that was it. We didn't have to go in. We had all the information, done, dusted. And then what we do with them, I want to tell everyone that because it's a really easy way to follow up. If that's okay. So what we do with all that information is we'd have a folder on the computer. This is like a budget CRM system that costs you nothing. So we'd have a folder on the computer for an area. Within that area, we'd have all of the estate agents in their own individual folders. So we'd have like Hearts, WH Brown, all that kind of stuff in their own folders. And then we'd have each individual house in their own folder within the agent that we dealt with. So then whenever we called I know that's, think about that, yeah. So then when we'd call the agent.
I need a system for this.
Yeah, that is it's super rudimentary, but that was the system. So then when we'd call the agent, you could get it on Google Drive and just go through. You could press on the agent's folder, and you've got all the houses that you viewed in their own little file. Do you see what I mean? So then you could be like, how's that one doing? How's that one doing? How's that one? And you could follow up that way.
And 1 in 3 always came from following up deals. 1 in 3
always came from following up.
So I think then, what would be the ideal is a bit of combination of both of what we do. So a bit of instinct with a bit of the
That's super
analysis.
important to do that, because like what happened to me.
Yeah, so basically, I would wrap up on my side and say, don't just look at the house and go, yeah, well, it's a deal. Think about people who are going to live there. people, you know, what the street's like, look in the neighbours' gardens when you're upstairs, look out the back. That's so important.
Front gardens, mostly.
Front gardens.
Don't go climbing over fences.
No. If you're upstairs and you look down.
Oh, okay, I got you, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
no, don't climb over fences.
Yeah.
You look down,
yeah.
you can see into the gardens and you're going to get a sense of who you're buying next to, aren't you?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You don't want to live next to steptoe and so on.
No,
I don't
I get
want to
that.
put my tenants next to that.
Yeah,
That's just
I know exactly what
problems.
you mean.
Voids, blah, 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 all of that jazz. So, yeah.
Cool, okay, thanks.